Hello all, welcome back to Winter Does Stuff, where we react to some crazy stuff. Today, we have Periphery, and their track. You guys probably won't be able to see this very well because I am going to have to reverse the hell out of this footage. We have Mr. God, and this is coming from the new album, A Pale White Dot, which comes out May 15th. That is very soon. This came out about 19 hours ago, April 1st. It came out April 1st, my time. It was 11 p.m. I am excited to get in here. Oh, hi, Metal Burp. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this one. P5 is actually my favorite Periphery album. I know that's a pretty hot take in terms of Periphery material. I know that P2 is normally the go-to source for that, but I genuinely love P5. I think it is their most just consistently good album across the board in terms of like everything, while P2 is definitely second best in terms of that. It only falls short of P5 by a very slim margin. But yeah, I wanted to get into this because I love Periphery. They're one of my favorite bands out there right now. For those of you, this is being done on Winter Does Stuff, but over on my other channel, Reminiscent Industries, my music side of things, I did a one take and a studio version of a full vocal cover for Periphery's Wildfire, which was part of P5. If you want to see that, I'll link that into the description here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into this thing. I'm really excited. This is a pretty, all things considered, very short track for Periphery. This is only like 3 minutes. That's crazy. Oh, and I saw Joanne already did a cover of it. So, yeah, like an instrumental cover. I think he did it only 8 hours after this release. So, fucking madman. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is we are going to hit the like button. You guys should do that far more often. Do that right now, is what I'm saying. And we're going to get into this. Periphery and their track, Mr. God. Let's go. Okay. Bam. Hold on. we're doing a lot. We are starting heavy. This is very much reminding me of Everything Is Fine, and the way that track just went all fucking into it. Wow, I didn't have my volume up. That's a crime. Periphery should always be played with the volume all the way up. But this is reminding me very much of Everything Is Fine. It's got that slow, just chuggy, very sinister heaviness to it. Very, very, like, all-encompassing. I'm liking that. Yeah. God, their mix is so much fun. It's so lively. Just listen to this. Like, Periphery, along with Tesseract, which is funny because they're both in the gent field. They have the best mixes out of any modern metal bands. They just do. Periphery and Tesseract create the most significant pushes in terms of the genre's overall sound these days, and I absolutely love that. Just not only for the case of like gent, but like heavy modern metal in general is fueled by the two mixes of Tesseract and Periphery. I would say those two, along with Architects, because if for those of you who say like Architects is washed, if you've listened to any modern metal from the past decade, maybe even the past 25 years, just go listen to Architects, because all of them just copied Architects. Like that's their entire thing. everybody copied them because they did it just so much better. Not going to get into that conversation right now. We are going to be looking at the 2025 Architects album pretty soon. I don't know when I'm going to be doing that, but I'm going to be doing that at some point. I have it on the schedule. But yeah, this is very Periphery. is what I'm trying to say. I love this mix. This opening is very heavy. They mad. Jesus Christ, Spencer. This is another vocalist, Spencer Satella, where I could talk about his vocals for hours. He's so mean with his harsh vocals, especially nowadays. Like P5, inarguably, P5 was a huge step up for Spencer's vocals. And it's really easy to see why Periphery has become like such a kind of a staple of the genre right now, because they are just so... I'm gonna do one of these. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, they've become such a big piece of the genre right now. I mean, they've always been kind of big, but like specifically right now, they're so prevalent because they do, as I said, they have that perfect mix where it's the low ends are they're very tight, but they're very audible, and they're very ambient as well. Like there's a lot of activity on that low end of the mix. The drumming is so punchy and snappy, but it creates it's another form of the low end. Actually, it's less on the high end, the drums. If you listen to Periphery stuff, it's a lot more on the low end, where it just increases the depth of the overall sound. And obviously it's like drop negative A0 bullshit with the guitar work, so it also feeds into the low end, but there's this distinct rumble that the guitars have. We're gonna pull back to yeah, they're very low, but there's that distinct, there's almost like a high timbre, I guess you could say, to the guitars that really helps. You know, it's not just low end dumbness. There's a lot of the like there's higher end subharmonics that are in the way that they're doing their guitar work, and it's obviously a lot of production shit, but I do love me some good production shit when it actually serves the material. I've talked about it before, how I'm not a very big fan of like ultra high production, but if it suits the sound and it doesn't shift things way too much, I'm going to probably enjoy it. It's very much a case of like, I talked about this with the Era reactions that I did. The album is coming soon, by the way. Sorry I didn't get that out to you guys sooner. We were actually supposed to have I want to do that, and I wanted to do that and another album, like a Tuesday and a Thursday, because this week was supposed to be Black Veil Bride stuff, but I'm kind of paranoid because of Spine Farm. Anyway, sorry, but it's just man, I love Periphery, and I'm gonna talk about Spencer again in just a second once we get back to it. We're getting into danger? Okay. Yeah, Spencer, dude. Fucking God. He's so mean nowadays. He's really mean. With his vocals. He's so nasty. That's the only real way I can put it. There's such an emphasis on this. I wouldn't call it a Brian Garris effect because he's definitely not up there with the level of menace that Brian brings to his sound. But it's the only comparable thing because there is such a tangible sense of darkness and desperation to Spencer's vocals in every phrase, and the way that he switches between pitches inside of the scream is so specific. It's so feral and dark. I love it. We're going to play that verse back again because, God, he's so good. Spencer Sotelo. Dude. The choices of the extremity in his screams, it's so cool. Like, listen. With fire! Like, he does these very quick switches. You can notice that in a couple of vocalists around the scene. Andy Sizik is a primary one. And as I was saying, like, what's his name? Brian Garris of, Andy Monuments, Wander, Makari, all of the bands that ever existed. Andy, I would say that, Brian is another one, and there's someone else that I'm thinking of right now. Shit. It's not... I can't think of the name right now. Justin Bonnets can also do the crazy shit like this. Like, again, go into that line specifically. With fire! Like, he does that very specific, like, screech at certain points like that. Like, holding this is really difficult, but he can do it so well. And yes, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna be doing that more often. I'm gonna be analyzing, like, kind of showing how I work with it too. But yeah, he's so good. I love Spencer. He's so mad nowadays, and I really like Mad Spencer. It's really cool. To keep going. Ooh, I like that was a little bit different. Because before it was with fire. Like, he had this, like, slide with fire. But here, it's a little bit different. Like, it's that same sentiment of, like, a slide, but he's deeper with it. This video is going to lean more into, like, the educational, if you could say that, side of things with Spencer's vocals, because, God, I love this man's vocals. I fucking love Spencer's vocals. They're so cool. And especially because I've gotten a lot of tips from my vocal coach, like, to listen to him specifically. I know this style now, and I'm very, very happy that I do. I've spent hours combing over this man's voice, and my screams, I've built mine to sound like Spencer's. So yeah. You see what I mean? Like, listen to this. He's so cool. He's so angry and so mad, and I love it so much. This track is mad. Like, this is Everything Is Fine levels of fucking mad. Meadow Burb is right in that title. Periphery is back, and they're angry. Yeah, they're mad.
It's melting. It drips with the stench of the deceased. Upon the twisted carbon sits beneath your molten feet.
What are the lyrics? Reality is melting. It drips with the stench of the deceased Puddle of twisted carbon sits beneath your molten feet. What the fuck are those lyrics? God damn. That's some crazy lyricism.
You stole
What the fuck was that drop?
You stole
Ooh, we got a row. Row. Ooh, the flow. The lyrical flow of that bit, I gotta pull that back. This bit that's coming up right here, this is so cool. Damn. Ooh, Misha? Hold on, Misha. Before you go into some bullshit that I know you're going to go into, this is wild. The way that chord... that maybe it's not even a hook. Is that a hook? It looks like it's either a hook or a chorus, but god damn, that's so mad. That's so mad. What happened? Like, everything is fine was like the peak of mad for Periphery. That's easily their heaviest song ever. But is that what we're going to be expecting for this next album? Are we going to get a lot more of this? Because, number one, I'm okay with that. I really like it when Spencer gets mad because it means that there's a lot more cool shit for me to talk about, like I just was a little bit ago. But at the same time, can we really sustain that for a whole album? Can we do that? Can we do that? It's almost a request. Like, can we do that? I want to see like a really like dumb angry Periphery album, because I want to say that we had like a semblance of dumb angry in P5 with Everything Is Fine. I would say that P3 had a little bit more of like dumb angry. I want to get more dumb angry Periphery. Anyway, Misha, let's get some bullshit with you. Yeah, boy. Tasty. No. This is a build. We're gonna go to the end, aren't we? Oh god. A third of the track is the breakdown. Okay. Let's go. Safety first. God damn, dude. Okay. Fuck. Fuck you. Man, that's just pound and pound and pound. Wow. Okay. What do I say to that? What do I say, man? That's brutal. That's a brutal track. And that's a crazy way to come back. Well, I have a lot of albums to check out this year. To say the least. Jesus. That was heavy. That was really good. Yeah, I love talking about Spencer's vocals, because I could talk about that man's vocals for hours. We didn't get any cleans in this song, which I expected it. Like, I expected like a heavy, screamy comeback track, especially with people saying like this is one of Periphery's angriest tracks ever. I wasn't expecting it to be this angry. Like, this is, I'd say this is, I'd say it's not completely the same level as Everything Is Fine, because Everything Is Fine is legitimately, I think, one of the most like oppressive, heavy tracks I've ever heard in my life, and the ending is just so fucking dumb. But this is like on a lesser to comparable level to Everything Is Fine, and it makes me excited for the album, because this is a little bit of a different mixing shift. It seems like they're consistently just developing the low end for their sound, because, you know, the first three albums weren't exactly great in that regard. Like, Periphery's never had a consistent and solid mix. They've always had like this go with the flow kind of toss around between producers kind of thing, and I mean that works for people, but it sounds like now they're just refining the sound that they've got now that P5 has been out. I'm excited for P6. I really am. I think it's going to be really friggin' cool. So yeah, I think that's going to be about it from this one. This felt a lot shorter, but it's actually still like 22 and a half or so minutes. So with that being said, I've been Winter. We have reacted to Periphery and their track, Mr. God, which is the first single for their upcoming release, A Pale White Dot, which will be P6. That's about it from me. Leave likes, comments, all that happy jazz down below. There's more stuff coming soon. Yeah, that's about it from me. Peace, everybody. Bye-bye, guys.